This is the TP100 from BIOtouchless, the world's first and only automatic touchless toilet paper dispenser. By way of background, our founder grew up in his father's plumbing business and then went on to become an EMT. So he spent a lot of time in public restrooms, much of it responding to slip and fall or someone passing out, other types of injuries in a public restroom stall where someone had hit their head or arm or something else on a sharp edge or a sharp corner of a dispenser. So the first thing you'll notice is that the BIOtouchless dispenser is very sculpted, very rounded, no sharp edges, no sharp corners. It's also made of a very durable ABS polycarbonate blend, the same material that's often used for fighter aircraft windshields. So I'm going to spend about the next 10 or 15 minutes walking through a demonstration of the dispenser and hopefully answering any questions that you might have. Let me start by opening the dispenser. There's a janitor's key that comes with every unit. There's a cleverly hidden locking mechanism here. And when I open the unit, on the inside of the front cover, there's an instruction sheet. The instruction sheet includes a QR code that will take the installer or maintenance team directly to our support site. There's also a support phone number, support URL, as well as diagrams showing exactly how to load paper, how to set the configuration settings, and what the indicators on the unit mean. Since it's a little bit hard to see inside the unit itself, I have a subassembly unit here, which is the main part of the dispenser. The front of this subassembly is where the configuration settings occur. First, there are two advanced manual feed buttons, and you'll see how I use those when I actually load paper in the unit. The three settings go from the length, so you can set a short dispense or a long dispense. Short dispense about 16 to 20 inches, longer dispense about 20 to 24 inches. And there's also an ADA setting. ADA compliance requires that we provide a continuous feed setting. So as long as someone holds their hand continuously in front of the unit, the ADA mode will continue to dispense paper, and there's a delay that you can set between dispenses for the ADA mode. So anywhere from 200 to 800 milliseconds just to indicate that, hey, we've dispensed paper, are you sure you want to keep going? And then finally, the proximity setting, and this allows you to configure in your specific environment the distance from the front of the unit that a hand wave is required to activate or dispense. The antenna itself resides behind this area of the cover, and the printed circuit board is installed behind this front cover, and that controls all of the logic of the unit. The dispenser runs on 4 D-cell batteries, and those are installed here. There on the battery cover, there's an indicator for the polarity of the batteries. They load into the battery compartment. Cover gets replaced, and we're ready to go. That's all that's required. There's no AC power required for the unit. When I load paper, what I'll be doing is just laying the paper in this little crevice between the platen and the pressure roller on both sides. The pressure roller would just grab the paper and pull it through. We have auto centering technology that ensures that the paper travels in a direct and straight path to the exit slots on the bottom of the dispenser itself. So just to give you a better view, that's what I'll be doing during the demonstration. The dispenser, one of the many things that our customers really love about the dispenser is it uses any manufacturer's paper. Any type of non-jumbo roll can be used in the dispenser. Today I'll be using a standard core, but you can also use mini core or compact coreless rolls. In fact, in high traffic areas, we recommend the compact coreless roll. Single ply compact coreless roll will provide 3,000 squares, so a total capacity of 6,000 squares in the device. That ensures that we do anywhere from 1,200 to 1,500 dispenses before the paper is exhausted, and in fact, 600 to 750 dispenses before a maintenance team even has to worry about replacing the first roll. The spindles inside the unit, and you can see 2 spindles here, those are universal, so there's no adapter required. You don't need to change the spindle to switch from a coreless to a mini core to a compact coreless roll. The dispenser is very forgiving in terms of how paper is loaded. I can load it so that the tail is in the counterclockwise position or the clockwise position, so you don't need to worry about a specific manner for installing or loading the paper. And again, I'm just laying it in that crevice and pressing the manual advance button. Just to show how flexible it is, let me load this one in the opposite direction. Again, just laying it close to that platen and then hitting the manual advance button. So at this point, that paper has been loaded for the first time. We know that someone has been in there. Anytime this front cover is open, we know that someone has been accessing the unit, and there's a potential for contamination on those rolls of paper that are in the unit. So anytime we close the dispenser, the first thing that we do is what we call a sanitary dispense. And that makes one revolution on each of the rolls so that we remove any paper that may have been touched or contaminated during loading or whatever purpose the dispenser was open for. So once that's done, we're ready for normal operation. And all I need to do is hold my hand within the range that is set on the dispenser, and paper will dispense. In this case, we're dispensing from the right-hand roll, and you see the green LED indicator coming on to indicate that everything is perfect normal operating conditions. So eventually that first roll will run out, and so let me go in here and just snap this paper on the right-hand side to simulate that. Again, close the unit. Every time we close the unit, we're going to do the sanitary dispense. In this case, we've identified that there's no paper in the right-hand side, and so every time we dispense in this condition, we're going to illuminate that center, that yellow LED. That yellow LED will also light in the event that the battery life has dropped below 20%. So once a member of janitorial staff has noticed that the yellow LED is indicating, he or she will come in, open the device. We're going to load a new roll on the right-hand side. So let me just load that in there. We'll close the device, and again, we'll do a sanitary dispense. Now we've got paper coming out of both sides, and so the green LED, again, is going to indicate that everything is operating normally. You'll notice that we loaded the new roll of paper on the right-hand side, but we're going to continue to feed from the left-hand side, and that is to ensure that we always have a full roll in backup in our redundancy. It also helps balance the motor life, the motor usage over the life of the dispenser as well. So just like a gas gauge, if someone ignores that yellow indicator that the first roll has been exhausted, eventually, and shouldn't happen very often, but eventually both rolls will be exhausted or dispensed. And so let me just simulate that condition for you. Again, I'm going to close the lid, sanitary dispense. And in this case, once the unit recognizes that there is no paper in either side, rather than the green or yellow LED, what we're going to get is the red LED indicating that both sides are empty. The red LED will also indicate if battery life has dropped below 10%. I will go ahead and just show you at this point the mounting locations. So there are up to 7 locations for mounting the dispenser. There are 4 that are primarily used there. So installation very quick, very easy, about 10 minutes per device. All right. So I'll just show you once again how easy this is to load. Put the paper in the right-hand side, put the paper in the left-hand side, using the manual advance buttons to feed the paper. We'll close, sanitary dispense, and again, we're ready to operate. So that's a quick demonstration of the features and the usage of the TP100. Just to reiterate, I'll close by answering a couple of frequently asked questions that we get. I've covered a lot of this in the demonstration, but we often get asked what type of paper can be used. Again, any non-jumbo roll from any manufacturer can be used. What is the power source? There's no AC power required. It runs on 4 D-cell batteries. Under normal operation, which is a dispensing of about 1 roll per day per dispenser, the 4 D-cell batteries will last just over 1 year of life. Warranty, there is a 1-year warranty on the dispenser, full replacement warranty of 1 year on the dispenser. Installation, we talked a little bit about. The installation, very quick, very easy. We provide both a mounting template and the hardware for the installation. We're often asked if we provide installation services. We don't, but we do have a partner that does. So please, if you're interested in that, ask us about that. We can refer you to that partner. How much paper is dispensed each time? Again, that's configurable to your environment, 20 to 24 inches. In an ADA stall, we recommend mounting about 1.5 inches below the grab bar. That leaves plenty of room for the short dispense on the dispenser without the paper touching the floor. How close does the hand have to be to activate the dispense? Again, that's configurable for optimal performance in your environment. If you have a tight stall, you might want to set it close to 1 inch or so. If you have a roomier stall, like an ADA stall, you might want to set it to 3.5 inches for that activation. We often get asked how durable the device is. The case again is a PC ABS, polycarbonate ABS blend. It's a matte finish so that scratches are not very visible. It's highly durable. So if you're concerned about restrooms in schools or bars or other areas, certainly someone with a baseball bat or someone with a very sharp object could do some damage to the exterior of the dispenser, but it is quite durable and quite robust. So thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much for your interest in BIOtouchless. We certainly appreciate it.